Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're just going to, oh wow. You know, we're doing a wig review today, but like as I'm looking at this hair, this is the Emery wig that I reviewed like darn near almost a year ago, and I've never worn Emery out. But Emery was the one that was like 35 inches long, and then they came out like, I don't know, in like July or something like that. And looking at it now, I mean, I think it's cute. I've never worn her. I'm digging the layers. I think the layers are really pretty. Don't really like how the blonde kind of just is like stuck there. I wish it would have been like throughout the wig more. But we're not here to talk about Emery. This, I'm just kind of just like studying myself in the mirror. We're here to review this unit, Ariana, in the color Face Framing Hot Chocolate. The picture that the color is showing is Face Framing Cream, which I think she's really pretty, but cream kind of, to me, sounds like lighter colors, and I feel like, hot chocolate, the Face Framing Hot Chocolate that I picked out, I feel like that's probably as like light as I want to go right now. I don't really feel like light browns look good on me, in my personal opinion. I just feel like cream kind of seems like that's where they're headed, especially with this being the stock color. I just feel like these are a lot of lighter browns than hopefully the hot chocolate does. So we're gonna try on hot chocolate. So this is her. We've got just a standard cap construction. I've already cut the lace. We've got 2 combs in the front, 1 and 2, and then we've got our adjustable straps. So, I mean, look at these curls. Honestly, the reason why I picked her out was because her stock card reminded me of a wig that I had reviewed earlier, maybe like 2 months ago. Her name's Azalea. I reviewed her on this channel in like a chocolate swirl. In reviewing her on this channel, I told you in the video that I had worn her as a 1B out for my birthday. But I felt like that's what the curls reminded me of, because the unit Azalea had like really pretty voluminous curls, except Azalea was a left-sided part and this is a strictly middle part. So I was like, oh, let me get a wig that's like strictly middle, but like the same voluminous curls. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's why I picked her up. Excuse my voice and my we had like a really good day in Ohio. It was like 50 something degrees, and then like the cold weather came in, and the back and forth and not knowing how she wants to live her life, the weather here, it's just typical Ohio, but it causes me to sound like this. Okay, so we're gonna take Emery off and we're gonna put on Ariana in hot chocolate. So yeah, super exciting news. The Screen Actors Guild Awards were tonight, and their red carpet was an in-person red carpet, and that's like really big news for me, because they haven't done like in-person award shows, like red carpets, in almost 2 years because of the coronavirus. So last week was the NAACP Image Awards, and they did their red carpet. So what I think I want to do is kind of maybe do like a what do the stars wear on the red carpet type of video, because I've always, even though doesn't really look like it on this channel, I look disheveled and sometimes I'm in a t-shirt and clothes that don't fit, and you know, I'm a new mom and trying to figure out how to live my life and be a mom. I really do love fashion. I used to watch Fashion Police all the time with Joan Rivers before she passed. And Brad Goreski was on it, and Juliana, her main name was DePandy, and then she became Juliana Rancic, was on it, and then there was some big scandal with her, talking to Zendaya on the red carpet when Zendaya had dreads in her hair, and like there was a comment made from Juliana saying that Zendaya smelled like marijuana, and it was like this big thing, and like Juliana ended up taking the leave from E, and it was just like never the same. But I love how like dresses are cut and styled, and you know, how dresses fit on certain women's body types and how it's paired with their makeup and their hair and how it all comes together. I just think all that stuff is like really, really fun. And I like looking at like the different stars and the different stars experimenting with different looks, because fashion is really just an expression of what you feel or what you're, like a moment, what you're trying to say in the moment. And I just think that stuff is like a lot of fun. So I think I might want to like review. Maybe I'm trying to figure out how to do, like, you know how people do things in their videos where they're like, and there's like a picture like right above their hand. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, because if I could do that, I could talk about some fashion. Can't really wear it, but I could talk it. Okay, so this is like really big head friendly, really big head friendly. So we're just gonna take this off and adjust the straps. Pardon me and my runaway slave hair. I have to take my braids out and redo them, but I was at work and then I got sick and then, so this is like super big head friendly. So all you wig wearers who have big heads, check out Ariana. It works for you. No, there is still a little humpage right there, but it's totally cool. We'll just take like a flat iron and rub and like just flatten this down. So there's like a 4.5 inch, almost 5 in my personal opinion, middle part. It's very synthetic, so you are gonna get some shedding and some tangling, but that's just par for the course for all our wig wearers. No need to still not buy it. Oh my god. So this unit is like super thin. Like I would have expected, based on like the look of the stock card, that this be a little bit thicker with a little bit more hair. Like Azalea was very thick. Azalea was like, oh my god, 175% density. This, like you can kind of feel the tracks. It's still a really pretty unit, and I think like some wigs, you're there for the color effect or like the Instagram worthy picture that you may get, or you're there for the length, or you're there as just like a grab on and go. I know wedding season is around the corner, and I have my wigs stocked up from in my I have just like a closet where I just like put my wigs where I think they look cute, or I'm never gonna wear them after I do a wig review again. Throw them in the closet for a special occasion. If I don't feel like spending money, or there's nothing new that I want to try, or I already not know how something looks on you and you can just throw it on and you know it looks good on you. This is a very typical throw on and go style. Now, one thing that I love about this are the coloring. We are getting ready to head into spring. Like, summer's on the corner, but spring is knocking. And this is such a really good transitional wig if you wanted to go for like lighter looks, but like not really extremely sure if you're ready to commit. So that like leaves me on like a little snide note. So one of the reasons that I started a YouTube channel was because I was a new mom, and I felt stuck and I felt alone and I felt disconnected in the world of COVID. I wasn't allowed to leave my house for almost a year with a newborn. I mean, I went grocery shopping and picked up meds and stuff, but literally for about a year I was not allowed to leave the house. I was sharing it with my parents, and my parents are elderly. I was living with my brother. My brother is mentally disabled, so between my baby, my parents were elderly, and my brother who's mentally disabled, I mean, literally, I was just with everybody I was living with was at risk for in one way, shape, or form or another for COVID. So I couldn't leave my parents' house for a year. And I just felt very stuck and alone. And I really wanted to just get on here and feel like I had some type of connection with the outside world. I moved out. I'm in my own apartment and everything like that. And it's great. But I feel like as I've transitioned to this YouTube channel, my want to give back to people who are new to wig wearing or who are new to hair. I want to give back to you guys because I was lost as a 22-year-old, 23-year-old. That's when I started wearing wigs. I'm 31 now. But I've been wearing micros from the time I was in 3rd grade until I was a sophomore in college. Micros, right? So everybody knows in 2022 how micros damages your hair. Yeah. So on top of like wearing micros literally all of my entire life, I have 3 sisters I grew up with, and they all have this thick, long, luscious hair. Their natural, real hair that if you cut it on Tuesday, the following Wednesday, it's longer than the day they cut it. Like, their hair just grows super fast, and my hair was not like that at all. So you can imagine when like weaves started coming out and like people felt like, you know, remember how like we would do like the weaves and like part of the hair was left out was like their hair, and how that was becoming popular and more mainstream. Well, like they had hair to leave out. I didn't. My hair was very, 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 very short, like laughable short, like I was like a boy short. And I didn't really know how to do it or anything like that. And as I was growing up and becoming an adult woman, I just felt very lost and stuck and left behind. I didn't feel attractive. I didn't feel attracted to the opposite sex. And I'm not saying everything is about the opposite sex, but you know, I had sisters who were getting male attention, and I just felt like I wasn't able to stand confident in, you know, the same line as my sisters. And I found wigs, and wigs ended up saving me, truly did. But through my journey of wigs, it was a struggle because I had to learn what colors look good on me and my skin tone, my undertone. Back then, the only color that came out for wigs was blonde. And as I mentioned before about clothes being a form of self-expression, for me, my hair is. And when I fell in love with blonde, I was like, oh my gosh, that's such an awesome color. Like, I can wear blonde. But the only color that came out for like wigs was 613, which everybody knows it's not the color for everybody. 613 works for like a small, minute minority of people, but 613 does not work for the majority of people. And so I'm gonna do a video from the Outre Color Bomb collection called Kamani, and I'm gonna try on every single wig that they have and all the different blondes. And I just want to show you viewers out there, not necessarily the ones who have, you know, 25,000 subscribers or, you know, 150,000 subscribers, but the ones who are, you know, at the very beginning of their journey like I am, and who don't know much, like I didn't know at 22 and 23. I wish there would have been people on there who had videos to show what kind of blondes work for them, or show how blondes work and on your skin tone and your undertone in the beginning of this season when, you know, you haven't seen the sun, versus, you know, should you keep colors in stock towards the end of the summer when all you've seen is sun. Things like that. My why in terms of my YouTube journey is starting to change, because I'm grateful for my journey that I've gone through with hair, and I want to be able to give that to somebody who's might just be starting out. You know, you might feel stupid, or you might feel uncomfortable, or you might feel like everyone's moving on in terms of the growth of their own personal, you know, hair and beauty journey, and you kind of want to just feel where you fit in. And wigs saved me. Wigs gave me that path of self-expression, of convenience, of self-confidence that I just didn't have before. And I know that I'm not the only person out there. I know that there are other women out there, there are girls out there who are kind of just starting out into adulthood and just kind of want to see what else is out there. I hate wearing weave. I absolutely hate wearing it. I love the convenience factor of wigs. The fact that I can just go into my wig closet. If I want a straight hair wig, I've got straight in a multitude of colors. If I want, you know, a Kim Kardashian-esque inspired hair, I have that in multiple colors. If I want a side part of left or right, I've got that. If I want a frontal where I can do that, I've got that in multiple colors. If I want a headband wig, I've got that in multiple colors. If I have beachy waves, I've got that in multiple colors. If I want to be red tomorrow and pink on Saturday, and then, you know, throw in a multicolored wig for a festival in the middle of the summer, I have that. I want to be able to give that to you all who are new and beginning, because I didn't have that. And that's where I'm starting to like get into this, like, what I want to really present, because there's a multitude of things that are out there, and like I don't lay down my wigs. You see that I don't ever show a video of beginning to end. I've gotten this question twice. This specific viewer has asked me, why don't I lay down my wigs? When I don't care to. What I do basically when I show you on camera is just about all that I do before I leave my house. I mean, I might do some like sprays, and I might like brush it out or do some mousse or some dry shampoo to tone out the color. But most of my wigs I try on are my try on are throw on and goes, and that's what I do. And I feel like there's so many wigs out there for people to show how to lay it down, but I don't really go anywhere all that special. I go to work and my hair has to be up, and then, you know, if I'm running around, it's usually in a throw on and go wig. And there are a multitude of wig videos that you can do to show how to lay down the wigs. For me, I don't care to, you know, I just don't. But I can talk about the journey and the different types of things that I felt like I had to go through in terms of color matching for skin tone and everything. That's a really big part of my life, is color matching, because there wasn't YouTube out like that when I was coming up, and there wasn't a lot of videos that kind of describes how to match, and maybe there are, and I just haven't seen them, but I would like to be a part of that, you know, and helping another woman's journey, you know, figuring out how can I fit wigs into their life, or if they have questions about color, if they have questions about length, if they have questions about skin tone, or how it matches or how it looks versus on one outfit or another, you know, how things bring out different parts of your skin tone or your undertone, things like that. I feel like that's, you know, where I want to lead this channel into. So if you have stayed towards the end of this monologue I just did, great. Stay tuned for that video. Okay, so this wig, Ariana, is very, very thin, It's super silky textured. It's about a 24 to 26 inch. I'm 5'7.5". I don't really think that matters because you can see where it stops. I just think this is a really good transition color and a transition wig for the fall. I mean, sorry, the winter to spring. And again, it's probably not gonna last very long, but it'll give you some good photos. I just feel like it's very stringy. You know, I just feel like it's stringy. I feel like they could definitely have added more hair. A really good beginner wig. If they have baby hairs, then you know me, I don't use baby hairs. I think they're kind of annoying. No, I doesn't really say baby hairs. But it is ready to wear. It's checked for ready to wear. So I think this will give you really good photos, and it's like if you have like a date or something like this, is really good like date hair. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's a decently long video, but it's okay. There's a lot of good information in here. All right, guys, so I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye.